Once upon a time, in a very small village, lived identical twin sisters named Udo and Ugo. Udo and Ugo were inseparable from birth, as they not only dressed alike but also lived similar lives. They went everywhere together and were never apart, making it difficult to make friends in the village. All the young girls in the village who tried to make friends with the twins ended up despising them because of how they treated others. Ugo and Udo never realized the importance of kindness and empathy as they were blinded by their own bond. One hot afternoon, they returned from the stream and met their father all smiles. "Father, you seem to be so happy today," Ugo asked as her father revealed to her that a young man had come for her twin sister's hand in marriage. Ugo, on hearing this, flared up as she informed her father that her sister Udo was not interested in getting married to the suitor. When Udo walked in, her father informed her of the suitor who visited earlier to ask for her hand in marriage, and Udo seemed excited at the news. Ugo, on seeing her sister's reaction, couldn't understand why Udo was so eager to accept the proposal. Ugo confronted her sister Udo, demanding an explanation for her sudden interest in marriage. She reminded Udo of their bond, saying that as twins, they ought to get married on the same day to preserve the bond they had shared all their lives. Udo, on hearing this, asked how this would be possible, considering the fact that it would be difficult to find young men in the village who would be willing to get married to both of them on the same day. Ugo, after careful thought, informed her sister that the simple solution was for them to get married to the same man. The next day, the young man who came to ask for Udo's hand in marriage returned, and Udo informed him that if he wanted to marry her, then he should be willing to marry her twin sister too. The young man, on hearing this, declined as he was not willing to take on two wives. As the months passed, several other suitors came around but were chased away by the twins' strange requests. No one at this point was willing to marry the twin sisters, and this got their father worried as he sat them down to explain the implications of their decision to get married to one man. Despite their father's intervention, the twins still had their minds made up to marry the same man. After so many years, an extremely rich chief approached their father to reveal his intention to marry Udo. Chief Kalu was a very wealthy man who lost his wife a few years ago. He was yet to have a son, as all he had was a daughter named Nkem. Chief Kalu's daughter Nkem was almost the same age as the twins, but regardless, he was still willing to marry Udo. When Chief Kalu made his intentions known to their father revealed to him that the twins had decided to get married to the same man. What this meant was that the chief had to marry Ugo as well to be able to marry Udo. Without hesitation, Chief Kalu agreed to marry the twins. He was the first man out of their many suitors who agreed to marry them both. The twins, after a lengthy conversation with their father, revealed their willingness to marry Chief Kalu. Their father, although against the idea, knew that only a man like Chief Kalu would agree to marry his twin daughters at once, so he had no other option but to allow them marry the chief. Not long afterwards, the marriage ceremony was conducted and the twins moved in with their husband. The chief's daughter Nkem never liked the twins and showed it at every given opportunity. One day, she accused the twins of stealing her valuable necklace given to her by her late mother. After hours of searching, The necklace was found under one of the twins' bed. The chief, on hearing this, paid no mind to his daughter as he handed the necklace back to her and walked away. This infuriated his daughter, who returned to her room furious. Chief Kalu, as the months went by, began to give so much attention to Udo, who he referred to as his favorite. This made her sister jealous, as she could no longer stand the idea that the chief preferred her twin sister to herself. The jealousy within the household grew, creating tension and a strained atmosphere between the sisters. Ugo decided to express her feelings to Chief, hoping for a resolution, but the chief laughed it off, saying that Ugo should accept the fact that her twin sister was his favorite, as there is nothing wrong in having a favorite. The chief's daughter Nkem began to mock Ugo, calling her all sorts of condescending names, as she knew that her father never loved her. She would always tell Ugo to stop wasting her time, as her father would never love her as much as he loved her twin sister Udo. As the days went by, Ugo began to feel resentment for her twin sister, who was getting so much attention from the chief.